Well done for joining me this evening. My name is Sarah Oyedia Ogidi. I am a mother of two lovely boys, a wife, and a secondary school teacher in the UK who has experienced some health issues that you may relate to. Before I had children, I loved socializing and traveled a lot. I also loved to dress well, smell, and look good. Until I started experiencing back pain and abdominal pain, which later turned out to be an ovarian cyst. One of my ovaries had to be taken out. This back pain continued. It got worse when I got pregnant with only one ovary. I was very depressed and had food allergies during pregnancy, which meant my diet was limited. Looking back, I know lack of variety in my diet caused my son to be deficient in vital nutrients. It also played a part in the low mood I experienced. I was meant to be happy after giving birth, but I wasn't. I also had postnatal depression. I had difficulty returning to a job I used to love. I had no clue what was going on. I had a bloated stomach long before I had kids that got worse long after I'd had my son. I went to the doctor several times asking for help with constipation and a depressive mood. Therapy didn't help. Physiotherapy didn't help with the back pain. Laxatives didn't help with the constipation. I was frustrated. I wasn't sleeping well. I was so ignorant in terms of nutrition and lifestyle and continued to feed my son food that didn't nourish him. Cereal, bread, cow's milk. He developed eczema and asthma, which I also had growing up. Do you see how we pass on health issues to our children if we don't address them before pregnancy? I had 3 miscarriages before my second son arrived. He also had asthma and eczema. I love working with women who are preparing for pregnancy because if you nourish your body right, you will pass on a strong immune system to your children and they will grow to strive in so many areas of their life, social, emotional, and academically. I am a teacher and I know this. When I see children, I know straight away that there is something going on with them in terms of stress, in terms of malnutrition. It would affect their ability to focus, to make an effort, to enjoy being educated. Doctors, including consultants, always mentioned how the miscarriages weren't my fault. In my opinion, and from my research, I didn't prepare my body before pregnancy, and that's why I suffered. When you're deficient in vital nutrients and your body is inflamed, reproduction takes a backseat because your body is trying to calm the inflammation in your body to keep you alive. This is not the time to bring a baby into your body or to grow a new baby. This is why some people may have difficulty conceiving if they haven't prepared their body well. If you manage to get pregnant like I did in that state, it won't be a smooth journey during and after delivery. All the health issues I mentioned above have something to do, or all the health issues I mentioned previously have something to do with poor lifestyle. Poor nutrition will cause insulin resistance, including poor sleep or poor sleep hygiene. You build the wrong kind of bacteria due to constant craving, hormonal imbalance, gut dysbiosis. I want you to think about small intestinal bacterial overgrowth called SIBO and bloating. A lot of us are bloated. I know because I went through it. And this is because we also have a leaky gut syndrome. These can cause inflammation. These conditions cause inflammation, and I'm going to send you an audio to explain what inflammation means. It will cause inflammation in the body, which can affect the brain, because the brain and the gut work together. What affects one aspect affects the other. This is why people with ulcer and constipation may experience depression and anxiety. If you experience stress from work, relationships, or finance, it can affect your microbiome. For example, when people find out they have cancer, the emotional and psychological trauma they go through could end their life quicker, because those thoughts affect, or those negative thoughts affect the microbiome or the immune system, which fights diseases. This process would lead to chronic disease and aging. Being tired became the order of the day for me. By 6 p.m., I couldn't be on my feet due to chronic fatigue. I was pre-diabetic with excess belly fat. I couldn't stay asleep at night. I would wake up multiple times to use the toilet and have difficulty going back to sleep. These are all signs of high cortisol, which is our stress hormone. I had no clue. If we have high cortisol level, we will have high blood sugar, because when your body is going through stress, it would release glucose for energy to help you go through that stressful state. And this causes us to have diabetes in the long run. I personally have a family history of diabetes. I have loved ones who have suffered and passed away because of diabetes and high blood pressure. I didn't want to be on that path. I didn't want to do this to myself. I discovered the ketogenic diet and went on food drive. Although keto helped as I started learning and understanding the impact of food, it caused my hormones to tank due to insufficient calories. I started losing my hair, and the fatigue continued with anxiety as well as chronic constipation because I wasn't eating enough. The ketogenic diet should be a cyclical therapy, especially for women. It has to be done according to our menstrual cycle, otherwise you will experience irregular period or no period at all, which is not a good thing. You will lose your hair and experience depressive moods. For men, if you allow yourself become insulin resistant, you're going to store weight around your stomach. When this happens, your libido is going to go down. Your energy level is going to go down. You will have difficulty building muscles. Remember, your muscle is your physical pension. The more muscles you're able to build, the less fat you store, the longer you're going to live. I always say, if you're not sleeping well, you're not detoxing, and your blood sugar will be high. The cycle goes on, and you end up with chronic disease like diabetes and high blood pressure. The worst thing you can do is to eat unhealthy food after a night of poor sleep. Poor sleep can be a symptom of high cortisol level. It will cause you to crave the wrong food in the morning to give you energy because you didn't rest the body well the night before. The wrong kind of food won't fill you up if it's processed, i.e. cereal, croissant, bread, you name it. You know the things I'm talking about. Gari, rice, all of these things, yam, plantain. There's nothing wrong with these food, especially the plantain, the rice, and the yam. These are food that can be eaten and it will give us the right nutrients. The ones I'm concerned about are the processed ones, the ones that we do not have the right enzymes to burn or to digest. Our rice, our yam, our plantain, our organic food. However, there is a way we need to eat it so that our body doesn't become overwhelmed with sugar. They will keep your blood sugar high And as you constantly crave more food because the bad bacteria loves those kind of food, you could be on the path to insulin resistance. Like I said, I'm going to send an audio where you will listen to what insulin resistance means. You're actually not in charge of your craving. Your gut bacteria is. They call you by your name at night, in the midnight, and torment you until you have that piece of cake, chocolate, rice, gari. Otherwise, they won't leave you alone. They're like monsters. They don't give up. And that's because they don't want to die off. The longer you starve them of this kind of food, they die. But you're not going to starve yourself whilst doing this. I'll teach you a way of staying away from this, a natural way of doing it, and these cravings would disappear. I have clients on my on the private group who are saying to me, I don't know what's happening to me. I don't know what's going on with me, Sarah. They're messaging me. They say, what have you done to me? They've just had the Eat to Heal touch, and that is what you're going to get. I would like you to understand what insulin resistance means, so you see why you really need to improve your lifestyle. I'm going to stop talking now and send the audio so that you can listen.